Save money this summer with the wireless remote control electrical outlet switch from City. Affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Mad channel. And remember all those stories you learned in social studies when you were in middle school about the medieval times and then the Black Death, the plague? It killed so many people. It has its own name. It's feared throughout generation after generation. And for the most part, it's gone. But actually, it's kind of making its way back to Arizona, of all places. Of all places, Arizona. It says here, fleas are testing positive for the plague in parts of Arizona. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Mad channel. And remember when you were in social studies in middle school and you were learning about what it was like to live in medieval times? Knights and lords and ladies and serfs and castles and, of course, the Black Death. The plague. It was a big part of stuff in that era. It just was, it killed so many people. You know, and then it went away finally. And we're like, oh, yeah, remember the Black Plague? That was horrible. It will never, ever come back again. Except it does every so often. And this happens to be one of those moments in time. However, it's not in some far-off African country where you think it might pop up like Ebola. It's actually in the United States, in Arizona, in Fleas, no less. Saying fleas are testing positive for the plague in parts of Arizona. Because that's not frightening. Because fleas, so small. So small. And they get anywhere. I mean, I was just at Costco 2 days ago, and I'm walking around, and I kicked off like 2 or 3 fleas on me while I was in Costco because somebody was coated. Now I'm wondering if I have the Black Plague or the Black Death. We'll have to find out later on. If I get sick, we'll know, but I think I'm okay. It says here, officials in 2 Arizona counties are warning the public after fleas in the region tested positive for the plague, the infamous infectious disease that killed millions during the Middle Ages. And it's back. Back again. Guess who's back to kill again? I don't know. The Navajo County public health officials confirmed on Friday that fleas in the area have tested positive for the rare disease. The public health warning follows a similar notice from the Coconino County Public Health Services District in Arizona, warning of the presence of plague and fleas found there too. So 2 different counties. This is not some random isolated incident of like someone going, oh, I don't feel good. And then they go into the doctor and the doctor's like, wait, you might have the plague. Where'd you get this from? I got bit by a bunch of fleas. No. This is spreading. It's spreading. And it's infectious and it kills. And it's spreading. I mean, we have stuff to treat it, obviously, nowadays. But still, it's not good. Both counties are situated in a northern part of Arizona. See, okay, so it's northern part of Arizona, which is, I believe, up by Colorado and Utah. So good luck, guys. The Navajo County Health Department is urging the public to take precautions to reduce their risk of exposure to this serious disease, which can be present in fleas, rodents, rabbits, and predators that feed upon those animals. The public health warning states the disease can be transmitted to humans and other animals by the bite of an infected flea or by direct contact with an infected animal. And as we're coming into like the fall months, you get into hunting season, right? You get into hunting season, and this could be a problem in those areas. You could find that, you know, I mean, look at Lyme disease. Lyme disease comes from leeches. You could get, you know, worms come from like, you know, cats eating ticks and stuff, or eating, no, Lyme disease comes from ticks, and you get worms from cats eating fleas, and that could then put that into the cat. If they eat a plague infected cat, or a plague infected flea, and then your cat comes home and you're playing with your cat and your cat scratches you, now all of a sudden you might have the Black Death. And it might come across as I'm sounding a bit hyperbolic or facetious in this matter, but it's more for like the effect of like, just be careful, because this sort of stuff does spread. Officials also urged persons living, working, camping, or visiting in these areas to take precautions to reduce their risk of exposure, including avoiding sick or dead animals, keeping pets from roaming loose, and avoiding rodent burrows and fleas. I understand the concept of wanting to avoid things you can see, but it's not like you're going to be able to sit there and notice a flea coming into your home, or being on a pet, or being on a random person at Costco. Seriously. Take a goddamn bath. But the point is, you're not going to be able to see any of this. So it is almost like an invisible threat. And when it happens, it's too late. Because fleas, you might feel it land on you, but you may not catch it in time. I thought that was a flea. It's just a freckle. But that could be cancer. Anything can kill you these days. While the warnings may ring alarm bells for people who only know of the plague from history books, the findings are not without precedent. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention notes that the studies suggest that outbreaks of the plague occasionally occur in southwestern United States like Arizona during cooler summers that follow wet winters. So again, it's not entirely uncommon. It's just one thing also to be very much prepared for. Symptoms of the plague include sudden onset of fever, headache, chills, and weakness and one or more swollen, tender, and painful lymph nodes. According to the CDC, if untreated, the bacteria can spread to other parts of the body. So it's really just going and getting antibiotics and getting, you can be treated for it. It's not like the old days. But then again, every time the plague pops up, it does kind of bring about this cabal of fear with it. You know what I mean? It's like this idea is like, oh, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. It's a couple years ago. I reported on the plague being discovered at a jail in Madagascar, right? Now, if you've ever played the game Pandemic or Pandemic 2, you know about Madagascar. Okay, someone sneezes in Madagascar, they shut down everything. All right, and that's kind of what I'm talking about here. It's like that, but that happened. That was at the largest jail in Madagascar. Rodents were interacting with I think human feces and other elements, and they ended up contracting the plague and spreading it to people that were there, and that was a fear at the time. But then also a random boy like in Norway or something, somewhere up in that other part of the world, had contracted the plague a year earlier. One isolated case in over there. So again, this stuff hops around and it shows up in a multitude of different ways, but it can be treated. It's very similar like Ebola. It can be treated. The key with Ebola, though, and I just want to make this abundantly clear, if you ever contract Ebola and you are treated for it, you still have to wear a condom every time you have sex, because it can be spread sexually transmitted disease. Ebola becomes the worst sexually transmitted disease ever in that regard. But that's just a little kind of side note of things. I want people to, people will be mad at me for this video, obviously, because I'm kind of making light of the plague, so on and so forth. But at the same time, this is something to be very much, worrisome over. This can impact you. It can get you. You're not immune to it. You can't run from it. It's just be careful and look after yourself and stay safe. And it will pass just like everything else before it. Well, gang, that wraps up this video. Be sure to leave your thoughts below in the comments, as I love to read them. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, links below in the video description. We have Patreon, PayPal, Amazon affiliate in the beginning of the video, as well as Bitcoin now. During the apocalypse, anything helps. I greatly appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.